Tell the wig story.
Our buddy Pat, we convinced him, like we did so many times, to do something stupid. And he was talking about he wanted to get a chest wig. Because at the time, we were teenagers, and he wanted a full chest, just hairy chest.
Why?
And I was like, dude, I bet they sell, he goes, I wish there was a wig shop. I was like, there's a wig shop right down the road. And I bet they sell chest wigs.
Chest wigs.
And so he and I go inside, and you got to imagine, this wig shop is for cancer patients.
Sure.
And older ladies that are old enough
to be losing their hair.
Or
they just don't want to do it.
Or they're from an era where you wear a wig.
Right.
Like back in the 40s and 50s.
Right.
And so we walk in, these I can't even say it. These two teenagers, this old lady, she's like, hello, how can I help you? And we're like, yeah, we're looking for, trying to find a wig. And right then I get embarrassed. I'm like, I bail. I turn around and I just start like looking at the stuff on the walls while Pat has to keep talking. He's like, yeah, and she goes, oh, okay, well, what are you interested in? He's like, I'm looking for a chest wig. And she's like, so you want a wig that's curly? He's like, no. And he puts his hands like the Superman V on his chest. He goes, no, I want hair for my chest. And she was like, oh dear.
A wig for my chest.
Yeah. And she's like, no. What? No. We don't carry that. Get out.
Get out. The other story, I'm going to let you take this one over to, that had to do with good old Pat. There was this girl in our class, we'll call her something.
Doesn't matter what her name is.
No, it doesn't. Anyway, she had a younger sister who was known around the school for
certain people
being a little bit easier.
Certain people just get those reputations, whether they're true or not.
Right.
Like, especially at our school, if a rumor went around that you're a lesbian,
right,
you're a lesbian.
Right.
I don't need proof. I heard you're a lesbian. You're a fucking lesbian.
Right.
So, yeah. So if it goes around that you're a slut, you're a slut. Now, to all the women, that's, oh, fuck that slut. And to all the guys, it's like, oh, dude, she's a trashy slut. But that's a good score for me. Right. I'm going to go talk to her.
Right. And the cool thing about this younger sister of the girl that was in our class is that, you knew that she liked the attention. She dolled herself up. She was with a new guy like every week or whatever.
Right.
Anyway, she was really sweet, and she definitely liked the older class of gentlemen.
Right. Which we were.
Which we were. And we happened to run into her and some of her friends at a bowling alley, and me and Joe talked to Pat about how to go about.
She came up to us and she's like, hey, will you guys buy me cigarettes?
Sure.
And we said, no, we're not going to do that.
Yeah.
Come on. And like, no, I mean, we're here. We're bowling. We're not going to go down the street to the gas station. Sorry. And so then we start hanging out and start playing video games or something. And then it crosses our minds like, oh, dude, here's our buddy Pat, who's been dying to hook up with a girl.
Any girl.
And we're like, this could be his chance. She's such a slut.
Right.
She'll give him sexual favors if he goes and gets her cigarettes.
Cigarettes, yeah. I mean, it makes sense.
So we pull him aside. We're just like, Pat, you got to go talk to this girl.
You can do this.
Get her the cigarettes, and she'll at least blow you.
Give you a blowjob.
At least.
And Pat was like, no.
He's like, no. No. A, that's not true. And B, I don't, what am I supposed to... No. And we're like... So we keep working on him. And like half hour later, we have him convinced that, yeah, if she's so easy, all I have to do is say, I will do this for you if you do this for me. And so he's like, all right, I'm going to do it. And we're like, all right. So we walk away. And he calls her over. He's like, hey, come over here. And she goes, yeah? And I just remember her being all like bubbly, like, yeah, what's up? And he's like, hey, still want those cigarettes? She's like, yeah, I do. He's like, all right, I'll go get them for you if you blow me. What? I said, and then you see the panic, like, oh shit, yeah. I'll go get them for you if you give me a blowjob. like I think he wasn't sure if he had said it correctly but he was panicking. She's like, dirtbag, smacks him in the face, storms away 5 steps, turns around and yells back again, dirtbag. And of course we're like, ah! Cackling like a bunch of assholes as he's just standing there
with a swollen cheek
and that smirk on his face, like, you really fucked me. Yeah, you got me. You cocksuckers. I can't believe I fell for that.
But it was a perfect plan. It presented itself. So,
I thought that he really could have gotten a blowjob.
Oh, I definitely did.
I don't think I would have pranked someone like that.
No, I wouldn't have talked him into being distasteful towards a girl who didn't carry that reputation along with her. No, but the way it played out was fantastic.
It's even better than the blowjob.
So much better than. I'm so glad that she didn't blow him.
I don't know if he had gotten blown. I mean, that would have been amazing too.
Yeah, but...
although she was so much younger than him, isn't that like considered? I mean, at the time, it wasn't really talked about statutory rape because this is a long time ago.
Yeah, it was 20 years ago.
And you never heard about that unless it was like a molest,
right,
or rape or something. But
well, I think we were young enough.
Were we?
I think we were like,
weren't we
16 or 17?
I thought we were old enough to buy. We were just buying them like illegally.
Well, yeah, we had fake IDs. You could get them because you grew a full beard.
And back then, they didn't care.
Right, and back then, yeah, you could walk into a place, put a couple bucks into a machine, and pull a lever.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
that's true.
There were millions of ways to get cigarettes, and back then they were like $2 a pack. So
back then,
that would have been a great
$2
blowjob.
That was what? Oh my God, that was like 20 years ago.
20 years ago, bro.
I just realized that.
Yeah,
it feels like 10.
Yeah, it kind of does.
Wow,
20 years. It was so long ago that it's almost half of our lifetime ago.
Right.
That's insane.
It's more than half our lives.
Right. That's insane.
I know. We've lived past that moment longer than it took us to get to it.
Right.
And I think about that crap all the time. And, you see all these, especially from the 90s, there's all these CDs that come out. 20th anniversary of Pearl Jam 10 and 20th anniversary of Green Day's Dookie. You're like, what the fuck?
Nirvana, Nevermind.
Those are 20 years old?
Yep.
It just blows me away.
I know. It's crazy. Kurt Cobain, he die in 93?
Yeah, 93 or 94.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was, let's see, what were we, 15 when he died? Probably 14, turning 15.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, because I remember I had my first serious girlfriend, and the two of us found out sitting in her basement watching TV, and I remember we both started sulking and like holding each other.
Oh my.
We were so depressed.
Oh my.
And we had to console each other.
And
then I go home and I'm late past curfew.
Right.
And my mom says, "You're late." And I said, "Yeah, I am." And I keep walking. She goes, "You were supposed to be," and she starts yelling at me. And I turn around and I go, "Do you even know Kurt Cobain died? He's dead." She goes, "So?" Jeez.
Oh my God, Kurt Cobain, man! Did I ever tell you of? See, when it happened with me, I was in Panama City Beach, spring break.
When Kurt Cobain died, you were?
Yeah. I was, whatever.
Were you on spring break with people or just your family?
No, I was with Scott and Simon.
Really?
Yeah, Scott's parents had.
Oh, you were one of those cool kids that got to go on vacations with other kids?
Yeah.
I guess.
I'm
so jealous of those guys back then.
But when we found out, I was asleep. I was taking a nap. That's how cool of a kid I was. Took a nap at like 2:30 in the afternoon.
You were partying.
No, we weren't. So they woke me up, they told me about it, and I wasn't a Nirvana fan. I, in fact, hated Nirvana because they killed Guns N' Roses and made Def Leppard cut their hair.
The alternative scene. They brought the whole grunge thing.
It took me a while to come around on a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
Because I was just so upset. It killed Trickster and Warrant.
Firehouse.
And Guns N' Roses and fucking Skid Row. So I woke up and I was like, oh, well, okay, good. And maybe now we can get our good music back.
Yeah.
You know?
Good.
So we end up going for a walk, the three guys, you know, we're just cruising for chicks. And there's some guy, I can't remember if he was like chasing a Frisbee or if he was just running to be running or if he was running from somebody. But this guy comes running by us right across. Something was written in the sand.
Hooray, hooray. Kurt Cobain dies at age 27. Extra.
No, this guy, he was doing something. He ran right across this thing, and he got jumped by like, I don't know, 10, 15 dudes.
Oh.
Because they had all set up candles like as a vigil for Kurt, and they had gone out and drawn like either written R.I.P. CB or whatever.
Right.
And they were very protective of that land. And this guy just happened to be running through there. Maybe he was late. I don't know. But every dude jumped up, beat the crap out of him, and the girls just stayed there
because he ruined their
drinking.
vigil.
Yeah, ruined their vigil. And I was like, holy shit! So then we walked all the fucking way around it. We walked into the water just to make sure we didn't fucking even touch
the Kurt Cobain
right
candles.
It was insane, man. I mean, that was the biggest one, but there were candlelight vigils all up and down the beach that night. And it's like, what the fuck, man?
Who is this guy? I don't have to listen to his music.
Yeah. Then I started
really
listening
a lot
to
of
him,
people.
and I liked it, and I was like, yeah, fuck Guns N' Roses. Too bad he's dead now.
Yeah,
this sucks.
Who knew?
So you and your first serious girlfriend found out about it together, huh?
Yeah. Yep.
Well, that's a very touching sentiment, right?
Yeah.
There. Helped each other through it.
Yeah.
It's so typical that you went home. Do you even know?
Yeah.
Kurt Cobain's
My mom didn't give a shit.
So?
She care less. Well, that'd be like some, I don't know, some boy wonder, One Direction dying.
Right.
You know, and the dad being like, the hell's wrong with her?
Right. Oh, Harry Styles just passed away.
Can you imagine? Or no, he got married.
Oh.
Do you even know Harry got engaged?
Right.
Dad.
Harry Styles is dating Selena Gomez. My chances just went down the toilet.
Ugh.
God, you're poor.
Selena Gomez, which one's she? Oh, yeah, I'd fuck that one.
Yeah. Your mom in high school, oh, God, I wish we should have her on the show sometime. Because the stories that she could tell.
Oh, I bet she has a whole different point of view, too.
Oh, it would be great.
She probably doesn't remember, because she likes you now.
Right.
But in high school,
right,
she was so skeptical
I was
of
just
you.
a horrible influence.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know how.
That's the way she saw it.
Because I wasn't the only one doing this shit.
Right.
I mean, hey, if you wanted the booze and the cigarettes and the girls,
yeah,
you had to do it. You had to figure out a way. You had to go camping. You had to lie. You had to cheat. You had to steal. You had to.
You know it.
And you weren't the first friend that I took under a wing and kind of showed the ropes on how to.
Yeah, break the rules.
Break the rules. But I never held a gun to your head. I never made you.
No.
You asked me if what could you do? Much in the sense
how do I help this program?
Leslie was the same way. He was like, dude, I want to get to second base. I was like, well, you're going to have to get her drunk.
But I want to touch her twat.
What?
You remember he used to say twat all the time?
Oh, yeah.
Twat!
Yeah.
That was his catchphrase.
Your mom would have so many good stories. Like the one that comes to my mind when she didn't like me very much is when you decided to tell her that what was it, black sweat was mine?
I don't know why that just came out of my mouth, but it was like, it's Bill's.
So have we told this story yet?
I don't know.
We much like the camping and stuff, that there's a field behind my parents' house, and we would get, I don't know what, we'd each bring a tent.
Yeah,
we'd invite girls.
And there was like a back road that went to it, and on that back road it was littered. It was just all of stuff that people didn't want, like mattresses, dishwashers, old
they would
appliances.
Just dump shit.
Yeah,
on
they
this
use
road.
this as a dumping ground instead of paying to have it recycled or whatever.
But...
And so there's garbage everywhere.
And this one morning,